When people think of war, they imagine tanks, missiles, and soldiers. But the most powerful war of the modern era didn't use bombs. It used currencies. No explosions, no headlines. Just silent decisions made in boardrooms and central banks, decisions that reshaped nations, collapsed economies, and quietly transferred global power. Here's the unsettling question. What if the real battlefield of the modern world isn't land or oil, but money itself? To understand how this hidden currency war began and why it still controls global power today, we need to rewind history and follow the cause and effect trail most people never see. Set the stage. Money as a weapon. For centuries, money was simple: gold, silver, and physical value. Whoever controlled resources controlled power. But as empires expanded, leaders realized something dangerous. Control the currency, and you control the economy. Control the economy, and you control the nation without firing a single shot. Kings debased coins. Empires manipulated exchange rates. Banks financed wars. Currencies slowly became a weapon. And by the 20th century, that weapon had become more powerful than any army. The story: origins, rise, breaking point, fallout, failed fixes. 1. Origins: the first shots of the currency war. The modern currency war began quietly in the early 1900s. Nations abandoned pure gold systems to gain flexibility during war and crisis. World War I forced governments to print money at unprecedented levels. This caused inflation, but it also proved something critical. Whoever controls money creation can delay collapse temporarily. That realization changed global finance forever. 2. RISE, Bretton Woods, and the dollar's ascension. After World War II, the world needed stability. So in 1944, global leaders gathered to create the Bretton Woods system. Currencies were pegged to the US dollar, and the dollar was pegged to gold. This made the US the financial center of the world. Trade flowed through dollars. Debt was issued in dollars. Power shifted not through conquest but through currency dominance. For decades, the system appeared stable, but beneath the surface, imbalance was growing. 3. Breaking point: when money lost its anchor in 1971, the US ended the gold standard. This single decision fired the loudest shot in the currency war. From that moment on, money was backed by trust alone. Governments could print, central banks could intervene. Currencies could be manipulated intentionally. Exchange rates became tools of competition. Countries began weakening their currencies to boost exports. Others raised rates to attract capital. A silent war was underway, one fought with policies, not weapons. 4. Fallout: winners, losers, and economic casualties. The fallout was uneven. Some nations gained power by controlling reserve currencies. Others suffered from capital flight, hyperinflation, and debt dependency. Developing economies were hit hardest. A small shift in currency value could wipe out years of growth. Meanwhile, financial markets grew stronger than governments themselves. Banks, institutions, and investors became global power brokers, moving trillions across borders in seconds. The world was no longer ruled by borders. It was ruled by exchange rates and liquidity. 5. Failed fixes: why stability never lasts. To control chaos, nations tried coordination, interest rate agreements, currency swaps, global institutions, emergency lending, but every fix created new distortions. Low rates inflated bubbles. High rates caused debt crises. Interventions stabilized markets until they didn't. Each solution pushed the war further underground, not closer to peace. Modern parallels: the war continues today. The currency war is louder than ever. Central banks raising and cutting rates aggressively. Nations diversifying away from the dollar. Sanctions weaponizing currencies. Digital currencies emerging as alternatives. Global debt exceeding $300 trillion. Trillions printed during crises with long-term consequences. History is repeating the same pattern. Expansion gives imbalance, gives intervention, gives instability. The battlefield has changed, but the war never ended. The takeaways: what this means. 1. Currency is power. Military strength matters, but financial control shapes the world. 2. Crises are not accidents. They are outcomes. Every intervention creates future consequences. 3. The system rewards those who understand it early. Knowledge protects more than wealth. As currencies continue to shift and trust erodes, the next phase of this war may redefine global leadership entirely. Those who ignore monetary history will be shocked by monetary reality. If this changed how you see money and power, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden systems shaping our world. Because in the modern age, understanding money isn't optional, it's survival.